I'm excited to get started on my next project, which is what I'm sitting on. Plus another thing over here. It's my washer and dryer, and I'm gonna paint them. This is just the old washer and dryer that came with my house, and so it's not like I'm about to ruin something fancy. And even if it ends up horrible, they'll still work, and they're shoved in a closet anyway. I'm done. Okay. I feel like the majority of the people I saw that have tried this, which is not very many people, have used spray paint, which is great. And I think that is a good option to go with if you want, and it would probably look the least like you DIY'd it. But you have like 3 or 4 colors to choose from, and by colors I mean like non-colors, like white, black, maybe gray, maybe one color like red, I don't know. But that's not fun. So I wanted to try doing my own color, which meant painting with a brush and roller, mainly a roller, with a paint I thought sounded like could do the job. So if you're wanting to do something fun with your washer and dryer and not just boring old white spray paint or something like that, then watch this video because you will get to see how it turns out, for better or for worse. Let's do this. This needs some cleaning. It is old and gross, with stuff all in the crevices and so time to clean. I'm going to be using 220 grit sandpaper on this and just trying to scuff it up as much as possible, because when you're painting, any little bit of grip can help. So it might be able to take some of the shine off, or who knows. I have no idea if this is going to do much at all, but it's worth a shot. Oh, don't scuff up the top that you're not painting. Whew, that was a close one. Something's coming off. I'm done sanding. I ended up putting on a mask because there's who knows what flying everywhere. I sanded the bottom part down here that I'm going to paint. And then I also sanded these side pieces because they're plastic and kind of yellowing. So I wanted to cover those up as well. So I think I'm going to paint this the same color as the bottom part will be. Ooh, why is sanding tiring? Alright, so it's all sanded. There's white dust everywhere. So I'm going to take a wet cloth and wipe all of it off to make sure it's all gone. And then we'll go from there. Missing anything? I don't think so. Okay. So I'm using the same primer I did on my fridge, which is Bond's Maximum Adhesion Primer from Zinsser. And it did a fantastic job on my fridge, so I'm using it again. I have this small paintbrush to get into creases and around edges and stuff. But most of it I'm going to be doing with a foam roller. Here we go! How did my hair already get in the primer? I noticed now, and also when I was doing my fridge with this primer, is that it goes on a little textured to where it looks bubbly. There's like bubbles all in it, but those die down and go away, so don't worry. It's coming along. I need to let this dry for a tiny bit. Dry time, dry time. 1 hour. Sometimes I see little streaks, and if you see those, fix them. Okay, so I need to let the primer dry for an hour, then I will be back with the color, and I don't know how many coats it will need. I'm just gonna say 2, because that's what the fridge needed. With the primer, I just kind of free-handed it since it was the same color, and it was fine. But I'm gonna tape around this, just so it's a little bit easier when I'm painting. For the color, I thought about doing something different, but I went through a lot of colors and they just didn't make me as happy as the color I painted my fridge. So I'm doing it again. And it'll look purposeful, because it was, and they will all look cohesive. So yes, it's the same color, but it's a good color. Nothing wrong with that. I picked up Bare Premium Plus Interior / Exterior High Gloss Enamel. It's one of the only ones I found in high gloss, and enamel's always good for durability. I have that on my cabinets. I'm hoping with the high gloss, it will still look metal-ish. Like I didn't paint over metal, but the metal is now a new color. Ah! I'm so glad I got it. I knew I wanted to do my fridge a mint green color, but I didn't know what. Thankfully, I'd already bought a toaster. That answered the question for me. And then my life changed, and my house changed, and everything became that color. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. It all comes down to this. Yeah. And I was doing this trick for the primer as well, but I didn't want to tape off the floors or put something under these or anything like that. So when I'm close to the floor, I just slide this piece of paper underneath as I'm going down, so it doesn't hit the floor, it hits the paper, and then you move it and it's fine. Quick and easy. It's gonna need a second coat for sure. I just noticed there's some spots that didn't quite get covered. It's just because of my roller. But I also feel like sometimes I may have hit it with myself and not noticed. Time to wait for it to dry and paint a second thing and then possibly show you. This could be a fast project. Could I finish this project in 1 day? I don't want to jinx myself. I'm not saying anything yet. On to the next thing. This took one day, which is so exciting, and they turned out so well. They don't look like a DIY project. It looks like I could have maybe bought them that way. They're pretty, and if you'd like to see them in their natural habitat, aka the laundry closet, come back for my next video, Laundry Closet Makeover Part 2, where I am making over the whole closet to make it look so nice. At least that's my plan. We'll see. I'm going to be doing peel and stick wallpaper, peel and stick tile, a few other things. I've never done either of those before, and I'm doing them myself, and I can barely reach the ceiling, and it's going to be an interesting feat. But once all of that is done, these nice little washer and dryer babies are going back where they should be, and they're gonna look so good. I mean, they look good now in my hallway kitchen area. They're gonna look even better once I redo the whole thing because it goes together and I have a plan, and I'm excited to see if it turns out and if I can put the wallpaper up by myself without falling off the ladder. So come back and find out what happens. You can subscribe because that's nice, and I'd love for you to be part of my little community. Feel free to comment below of any ideas or inspiration or things you might have done that are similar or whatever. I'll see you in part 2 of this makeover soon. Okay, bye. My arm gets tired very quickly when I sand. Oh well. I'm good.